Hey everyone, welcome back. This is John RMS, aka Ace Bullion here, and well, I'm talking about my website and the current kind of climate and situation that we're in. Now, full disclaimer, everything I say is, well, myself, and it's my own views, my own opinions. I'm not really one to make these kind of videos, but there you go. By the way, Mr. Durbin, you can see I'm still wearing the ring, and yeah, I got a ring tan already going, so there we go. By the way, Mr. Durbin and Diane Durbin, so Joe and Diane made me my a new wedding band, which is super awesome, and it's out of pure silver. So anyway, before I begin, it's this is purely about kind of the small businesses or the small groups. Anyone that knows me who's looked at my Facebook account will see that there's a lot of stuff linking NHS, which is the National Health Service, and official advice, official stuff. Maybe one or two jokes that I'll send in private groups, but for the most part, I keep everything very serious. That's the kind of person I am, and you know, we have meetings about this stuff. I can't post a lot of things on my Facebook account. But right, so what am I doing? What is Ace Bullion doing? Well, at the moment, I've been kind of, and this is only a small amount here, stockpiling up some silver. So, you know, silver to melt with, silver to have some fun with, silver that I'll be eventually making into, you know, some of my precious metals down here, and then going from there, and hopefully, you know, selling it on. Still trying to get really used to this zoom on this camera because it doesn't quite show how quickly it can zoom in. So what about some of the other things that Ace Bullion's been doing? Well, a lot of you guys know I like to make my pens, and this is my own personal pen. I'll never actually get rid of it. It was one that took me an awful long time. I still have some more snake skin, and honestly, it was a right pain to make and produce. In fact, this one, I was just playing with it a little bit beforehand, and I've realized that I need to change the ink out of it. And, well, just kind of as a quick thought here, with pretty much most of my pens that I do, you have a little, whoops, excuse the squeaking. You unscrew the front nib, and then you can replace the pen. And as you can see there, it's a Schmidt. I don't use inferior products. I only use high quality items. But yeah, playing with pens, doing some woodwork, getting some stuff sorted out. I have a couple examples here of some of them that I've made. This one here is a gold nib pen. Try to focus on this here. Apologies, because it is a new camera, but it just doesn't like it there. So you can see the gold nib. It's gold plated throughout. It's gold plated all the way through and even above. In fact, this is one of the models that is, and by the way, if I send you a fountain pen, you know, for those who actually can write with fountain pens, the same rule applies. I actually don't send it with the ink ready to use. I send it so the ink's facing backwards, and then all you have to do is turn it around, insert it, it'll go pop, you'll hear it. But I don't like to ship these with the ink in them because they just tend to explode. I mean, anyone who has a fountain pen knows how easy it is, you know, for them to actually just go pop, and that's it. So yeah, there's the fountain pen. Here's just one made. It's a normal twist action pen, so you grab the front, hold on to the back, you slowly twist it, you slowly twist it back. This one also works in reverse, so you could twist it the opposite way, and then it has a central location. But so I'm focusing at the moment on making up, which one shall I grab? Making up more pens. Again, some gold, got some lovely, gold plate and everything else there. One of the things I'm trying to do, because I like to actually make things that are very, very different. And you're probably wondering, what the heck is going on here with this pen? Well, to give you an example, or to show you what's going on with it, it's pretty much, it's this. Now, if I put the pen down for a second here, as you can see, I've already glued this on to a base. I have a large box that I bought from Arizona, or somewhere in America. I can't remember where. I'll have to check the label. But so I bought a lot of jumping cactus, and my main reason is that I'm using this cactus here, and this is stabilized now. So I've had to dip this into, CA glue, otherwise known basically in layman's terms as super glue. Really dangerous process for fumes. So if you don't know what you're doing about that, guys, stay the heck away. You will end up hurting yourself and going to the hospital, or, there's even a risk of death. Make sure you seriously, you have a fume, hood, and, you're safe. But as you can see there, I've just put it onto, this is just one of many. I got a few. But yeah, so I dip them into there. And to give you an example, because like you can see there, I got yellow as well. And well, you can see the green as well. I make up what we call like a blank. No, I'll make up the resin. Sorry. And I'll put that into the mold. And then I'll just basically inject the resin into every orifice of that dried up cactus. And then it's a case of, it's a very long process. It's about, 2 weeks worth overall for everything to go from this to, from the cactus dried to making a pen. And then, you go ahead, you do the resin, you let that cure, you get out all the air bubbles, so on and so forth. And then it's time to turn this incredibly hard, bit of resin, and here's another piece, this is just a red one, into the pen. And it will blunt every tool that you ever have. Some of the other things that I've been doing, obviously I like to have some fun, and I made a Scottish flag one. It's a bit odd because it just meets up, which kind of is a bummer. I wish I made it into a little bit bigger pen style, but I think it's kind of cool the way that it is. But again, it's, with gold, and we have some titanium, gold, and everything else. But these are things actually that I will be updating my website with, and putting some stuff on, and moving along from there. But yeah, you can see it there. It's all super cool. So I'm keeping myself incredibly busy by doing all of these kind of things. Also working with my CNC machine, getting that sorted out. Just recently I've had a ton of money going out for my website with nothing coming in, because obviously spot price is far too high to actually buy any poured silver, and I get that, I understand that. And it's the same with large corporations where you have the US Mint, the Royal Mint. I think the Royal Canadian Mint has also stopped producing stuff. So I mean, things like like ASEs, maples, and I don't have a Britannia around here, but so we have all of those that have pretty much just shut down. It costs too much to actually make them. Spot price is far too low. They're hedging their bets. They're preserving the wealth in the countries whilst we get through this horrendous process. But for me, I'm just going to continue to do everything I can to build up my website, make a ton more nice products, such as this one here. And it's actually a wooden Seahorse here. And it is super awesome. Again, it's cast into some resin. And that'll come out lovely. It'll probably be in a pen smaller than this one, but it'll still be a good size, pen to have, probably similar to that. And I make them smaller, so you will get to see them. But anyway, that's what's going on. I mean, as you can see here, full tube of maples there. I'm just letting you know it's not just as a prop, guys. I mean, these are all just some stuff. And the reason why I have some of these balls separated was when I was doing Christmas. So I had to take some small bits of silver grain that I bought from Outmax, weed out all of these really large pieces, and work my way through that. But, in this time of uncertainty and kind of doom and gloom situation for most people, my business as a whole is taking a hit. In fact, I haven't had a single sale in a little while now. And that kind of sucks. That really does. And I'm not prepared to, sell on my supplies. Obviously, that's a dumb thing to do. I paid more for it than what I'll get right now. Those of you who think that gold is, is the best thing ever. Guys, where do you think everyone has shifted, their money to? They moved it to gold for a reason, and it's stabilizing gold at the moment. Why is silver taking a hit? Well, because silver is not really the best investment, not on, paper for that matter, because it is quite up and down. And especially given the circumstances, as an investor myself, I too, online, have been moving things to, buy gold. Although recently I've actually cut all my gold and I'm dropping it back into, other markets. So it is, just because they're so low, I don't mind it for the long haul because I know it's going to rebound. I know it's going to recover. We're not going to go into an absolute zero crisis situation. I haven't run out. I haven't bought tons of toilet paper. I haven't bought tons of pasta or any of these stupid things. And, to those people who actually do it, I question a bit of your sanity and humanity, really, because buy enough to last you a week or two and then go back. You're not going to need to buy tons of these products. We're in a caring atmosphere. Ace Bullion as a whole, my kind of motto, reputation in business has always been in a very caring and, kind of open, honest policy. I don't like to be greedy. I'd love to have my silver pieces as low as what you can buy them in America. But here's the problem, is that in the UK, of course, we have tax. And I know, yes, in the US, you guys have tax as well now. But besides tax, you also have, you guys don't have to hallmark anything. I kind of miss that in some respects. But I'm not the only person to have done this. I do know a few other people who have. and they've come back with the same exact results. And some people that I've sold in America have actually sold items to myself, for instance, quoted $9.99 fine silver. And, hey, I gave away a few punches to people. The little stamps, 999 FS. And, anyone can stamp that onto any bit of silver that they make. It doesn't make it true. And where it comes into place is obviously in this country here, if God forbid, if anyone wanted to ever sell my ring, they'd have to sell it as a white metal. That's all they could sell it as, because there's no hallmarking on it whatsoever. Fine, I get it. And it's actually, in general, worthless, so to speak. I know it is pure silver, plain and simple, I could see. But no one else does. I do like the aspect that no matter what you do with either my pieces or any piece that you buy, or you maybe even own some item that's been hallmarked, is that you have a guarantee behind it. And that assay office, whether it be a UK one or a European one or so on and so forth, will guarantee legally that that item is what it is stamped to be. So obviously if it falls under spec, then they're going to go back to whoever hallmarked it, because they're going to be in a whole heap of trouble. That's why the Edinburgh Assay Office, really meticulously goes through stuff. In fact, a little bit too much in my mind. But, hey, in a lot of ways, I'm glad they do that. In other ways, I'm sometimes frustrated because one of my batches actually failed a while ago. I told you guys about that. And it was because of surface contamination. And it had iron oxide literally on the surface, micro scratches. And it was so frustrating. So much hard work, so much money had got into it. Luckily, I've actually found a solution to get rid of it. And I will resubmit those pieces. So I don't need to worry about anything. It'll just happen. But yeah. So Ace Bullion is actually doing okay. I say doing okay. I'm not making any money on anything at the moment, but I will be making a lot of pens. I'll be doing some more videos. I still have some coin reviews to be doing. That hasn't stopped, not yet. In fact, I can't see it stopping at all. Right now, we're kind of in a slowdown state because the silver trader is still waiting, obviously, for items to come in, but no one's shipping items, so you're in a lose-lose situation. So yeah, that's what is happening at the moment. I will be continuing to keep you guys updated. Hopefully I'll show you guys some pens being made, maybe some molds being made, and maybe even some pouring being done. I am actually that close to getting to my pouring bench. Because after my roof, collapsed and, part of it came off in the workshop, everything has just been chaos. Everything got moved, thrown. There's tarps on stuff. There's plastic everywhere. But I've been inching my way back and working through as much as I can physically and then going from there. So anyway, folks, that's all I got time for. I just kind of wanted to let you know where Ace Bullion is, what I'm doing, what, I plan to do for the future. Because obviously I do have, pens up on my website if you do look at pens. There will be a couple of other hidden surprises very soon, such as things like this. Now, I'm not going to tell you what is behind this, but this may be on a very special basis for only a select few. And there's some groups that I belong to that this will take a place. And I say that, in fact, I actually have, I'm not going to show you the other side, but I got loads of stuff. So I am looking forward to doing an awful lot. But that's it for now. So have a great day wherever you are. Thank you for watching. If you have watched to the end, massive thumbs up. Have a great day. Bye bye.